We got to get this underway. We got to get into game. It's Overpass between Team Spirit and Heroic. Heroic with a CT side beginning. Team Spirit, what have they got up their sleeve? Yesterday, we had a great start from this squad that then started to fall on deaf ears towards the end of that series. That was, of course, versus a set of different Danes in Astralis. So, do they have it in them today to take on Cadian and his boys?
That's a big question. Heroic look amazing against Bad News Bears, but this might be a little bit more competition, and already it's showing up to the plate. Quick pick down B, they go back up connector. One man in middle. And the lurkout monster might sell this fake here, might keep players down lower for Heroic. One more kill, or to do it for Sunday Young. Oh, it's not pretty. Dink will do, but won't force any kind of rotate. Heroic are already starting to realize the steps ahead. Cadian cooling that along. Spirit moving up on the short side. He's going to catch Chopper throwing grenades and finishes the job. He can give up the plant here. They're a man up. They've still got Spirit trapped in the bomb side right now. It's a very awkward round, and the bomb can't afford to go down. It needs to cross back in. Magic's getting an entry. Dexter dead. Cadian closing the gap and trying to stop the plant. He can't. Oh, dear.
Magic's death by 1,000 cuts as the USPs just whittle him down on either side of the truck. And there's that defuse. Cadian, the man to grab it. Heroic, they've got this pistol round on the board. And they're going to hit the ground running on Team Spirit's map pick.
Yeah, Cadian hits every perfect timing there, right from, you know, hearing them come back up connector and running up on the A short. He gets Chopper throwing nades. He stalls for a second, eventually finds the planter on the back end of the animation. Can't stop the bomb going down, but catches him midair. And yeah, like you said, paper cuts are plenty. 4 kills in pistol, and he buys up the second round AWP, Harry. It's going to leave him with no helmet, but I actually like it. It's pretty audacious. Cadian-esque, it won't work wonders. Oh my goodness. That's not what you wanted if you're Heroic. A free AWP given to Team Spirit, not much to do about it. The grenade is good. Chunks up Chopper, but he still picks up the AWP. Will Dexter demand? Spirit now gonna pick a bomb site and regroup. This force buy is very well armed. Boost up in connector, sees nothing, but they've got to watch their backside. Refresh is at least covering the tunnel, but if they walk out monster, there's no one here to stop them. Shurs is even conceding the site.
It's so unusual, isn't it, right? Like, now you got to worry about this AWP coming back to haunt you. Oh, my word. It's scary. You know, like an AWP in this round, in and of itself, like if this was pistols around the AWP, that's threatening enough. The fact that you've got these AKs, these Galils, you know, a Mac 10 on Chopper, he can be very, very aggressive. He can get in your face, kind of be the Hail Mary player. There is a lot of ways that this could go wrong now for Heroic. Team Spirit still set down towards this B site. Tessez is holding long aggro, so maybe that's going to lead to an early rotation out of Stown.
Oh, the molly.
Wait. Yeah, it's risky. He's going to get checked. Molly does not hold back Magic's double entry into this B site. And on the back of that, this round is done. It's flawless for Team Spirit. They get out with the grand prize of Cadian's AWP as well. And they tie this game up immediately.
That is going to sting when Dexter starts, you know, finding opening kills in the first few rounds of this map, and Cadian's sitting there going, damn it, dude, I set him up for that. I gave him the AWP. Oh, it's awkward. It's very awkward. Heroic, they almost caught that, man. The re-smoke at B slowed down Spirit, but the issue was Heroic didn't have that con control as they pulled back off of the B short setup, and they didn't have, you know, Cadian in toilets like in the pistol round to confirm whether Spirit were walking up on A. It left them with only a couple of players in B, and Magic's just decimates them. He was doing this yesterday as well, recalling some of his entries to that game via Astralis. Across all the maps, especially Inferno, but, you know, again, Astralis was just so dominant in the final 2 maps of that series. Different day, different Danes. Better results right now for Spirit. They're on the board early.
Yeah, talking of well, actually, hang on. I'll hold this thought. I was going to say talking of Danes, and I was going to lead it into this whole other conversation, but we'll put a pin in it. Just remember, I have a Danish point to make. Not in Danish. It would be impressive if I could. But yeah, look,
Reforce.
Force buy back in for Heroic.
Yeah, I mean, you have to contest this Force by Spirit coming out ahead, especially with some saved weaponry. Temptation to buy around it is there. They boost in connected, they boost in B short, and they see nothing of the sort. Team Spirit with one man working B at Sundayoung, lurking on his lonesome. The rest of Spirit walking out mid. The flash will delay them a moment. Texas drop his nade, but he gets blinded as well. Cadian is trying to hunt down that killing con. Chopper, gotta watch out Molly. Cadian goes right through, he's up close and he gets the kill. Deagle spam in the chest. Gets the job done. The bomb has to cross away. Dexter, very scary getting past connector here as Heroic. The penny's starting to drop.
Yeah, this is really weird now, right? They're rotating up into A, but Mir and Magics
So
have
deep.
walked this silently. They're pretty deep. They don't know yet about Mir on the truck, but now they do, and they're going to catch him in the open. Ooh-wee, this could still find a way to fall apart for Team Spirit. It's slowed right down, and this Ace bomb site is stacked to the 9s by Heroic right now. Still 2 down on B, just in case Team Spirit do go back. They're covering their bases here.
Do they just save? Are they even going to commit? Like, someone needs to make a move. Someone needs to make this happen.
Well, they're lining up that utility now. That's the dumpster smoke going in. Molotov for Bank to try and force this player out into the open. The kills need to come through, and Magics will provide that opener. Another for Sundayoung, and it's in the final couple of seconds that Team Spirit, they regain control over the wild stallion that is this round. They've tamed the beast, and now they've got a bomb plant in a 3-on-2 from a 3-on-5. So that's unreal out of these remaining players for Team Spirit.
Yeah, I thought Cadian was about to be reunited with his AWP, pick it back up, but instead, I mean, Refresh is trying, but it might be all too far gone. Magic's not giving away anything, just sat on the truck. Force a shot out, drops off, but it doesn't matter. There's just no time with no kit. Refresh can survive in the bank with 100 health. He'll be fine. He's going to run away down B anyway. And that's the round for Spirit. They'll take it. It did not start well, right? 5-on-3 initially, and more kills to be found. Cadian takes a Galil out of the round. It's only Dexter's orb, or rather Cadian's orb, being saved by Dexter. But Spirit are happy with it. It did not start well for them, and the result was still there. This was funny for Magix to double check. He thought he killed him the first time, and then the tap. Man, he's feeling it. Magix, damn, dude, this guy, next level.
Yeah, it's great to see him starting off like this, right? He was so instrumental to the successes in that Astralis game, as you say. You know, the duel of Magix v Magisk.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he won that out, but that was less down to him, more down to the other Magic. Nice nades, stacked up.
Yeah, that's both players that were trying to boost, naded out.
Yeah.
What a way to take the opener. And now, like, mate, you just ease into a round win here. That's all you're thinking if you're Team Spirit. Like, the utility's done enough.
Oh no, that's the bomb. They're committed. They can't turn around the molly.
Don't worry,
Burns out. Shush.
Burns from 100 health to 0 in the molly.
He was flashed out. Didn't realize until it was too little, too late. And no armor either. Hence his barrel position. He picked up a gun off the body of one of the boosted players. Cadian's got a Galil. He's making good work happen, but his teammate will not be able to cover him. They're out monster with a vengeance. These rounds are so finicky right now. But they are rounds, Harry, and they're all coming up to Spirit.
Jacob Pimp finicky, maybe even, you know?
Oh my goodness. They're not pretty, but you just take them and you forget about them. You move on. And now Cadian, he's brought his orb back out. He's got a glass as well, taking risks. Here's the triple nades. Killing both players is impressive. Like, sometimes you'll kill the top guy, but both, damn.
Heroic finally getting another investment here. Cadian's been reunited with an AWP, but he is glass cannon. That's always something to bear in mind. Early on, heavy stack down towards the B-bomb site out of Heroic. Team Spirit, when it's come to these A executions, it's been pretty measured in terms of how they take the mid control, right? They're not exploding through long or anything like that. They haven't shown any of these tendencies that they're going to go mega fast here. They do just slowly work the con control, time that with like the mid pushes. use that to exert some control over the toilets. And so Heroic feel pretty safe in the assumption of early stacking 4 down towards B. Now we have that rotation of Stown back up to the A bomb site. He's going to join his teammate Tessez here.
Yeah, Heroic need to be careful with these rotates, right? We've already seen them let them down. You know, when we had that 4-man A setup in the 5v3, that Spirit eventually pulled back on A. It was Spirit going quiet in the mid round, and Heroic doubted themselves. They moved down to a you know, a 2-3 setup, and it let them down. That's a good start for Tessez, taking a kill on long, and it's not traded. Tessez is tucked in with his teammate here as well. Even if he dies, he won't be ready for Stown. Nade is good. Tessez is better, and he kills both and the bomb. That's as far as a round goes. This one should be done. 20 seconds. How the hell do you recover this? They're going to try and move in, but as Tessez swings, Stown can close the round if Tessez can't. He might be up for the job alone. There's 4 from Tessez. My goodness. Dexter saving the AWP. No ace today, but a damn good showing from Tessez on long.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from him. I find it kind of funny. Stown was there playing the bait and switch, and it's like, yeah, well, you know, it actually just ended up being the bait from Stown, like waiting in the corner, hoping he would get a chance to go for the glory as well. Brilliant stuff from this guy, though. Lovely. Lovely scenes. And the rifles come out for Heroic. They immediately find success with them. I think that's pretty big for like the mental aspect as well, right? You win the pistol, you bring out an AWP. That is a big ticket item in round number 2. You lose to the force buy, and you arm your opponents, right? There was like a real chance that this could have been a bit of a steamrolling to open up if Team Spirit kept chaining together successes. So now you've taken a round, you kept it very, very clean on the side of Heroic. This is all the makings of you starting to rebuild the CT side.
Flash is good, and Tess says he starts again strong. Dink down. Tagged a lot to just 10 health. He's going to have to back up, but he does take a man up, and maybe Cadian can throw him his AWP, although I say that. Triple setup on A. Now, this is where Heroic can't panic, right? They've got B water as well, so they've got even further info that this should just be the A play, the early warning system of that door of the connector being blown off. And so, just be confident. Just believe in yourself. Hold your setup. Wait for Spirit to come to you. They may take time to clear toilets and long, but the end game is always this A site. And the triple stack waits. Boost for Dexter. What can he see? Stown's no longer jumping at the truck as well, so no quick flick or pick back into this round for Spirit. They'll need to brute force their way in instead.
Molly's to lead the charge. Some die young. First man in, lovely. And first to die. Stown fighting in the fire. Refresh is going to help keep this in the advantage. A Heroic, a mere -1 and 4 has got to do the impossible. He's going to get triple swang from the truck. Really not much he could have done there. Heroic, this is looking good now, right? As mentioned, these rounds have been pretty clean as well. And that is so valuable when you're on this CT side. It really, really is.
Yeah.
You know, try to stay away from talking about money too much, but man, like the CT economy is so punishing. And so it is important that these first 2 rifle rounds out of Heroic have really set them up nicely for the future.
Yeah, this is absolutely. This is definitely one of the, I'd say Overpass and Inferno are similar in the sense of like where money just dominates CT side. Inferno is the utility. It's having the nades to take real estate and to stall the T's from aggressing, even retaking positions on the map. Here, it's about having those AWPs. It's about having double AWPs, sometimes even triple AWPs on the CT side of this map. That's why we see Cadian so keen to buy up the second round AWP. And even though it cost Heroic and dug them quite a hole, man, they managed to climb their way out. Dirt under the fingernails, but they're back to flat land. And now Dexter no longer donning Cadian's saved AWP, which he kept going for many a round. It's just pistols, and they'll be made quick work of here by Heroic. Looking to take back the lead on this CT side. Definitely favourites of this series, no doubt about it. Maybe that would have changed if Spirit took down Astralis yesterday, but I think one of the problems for Spirit has always been the depth of this map pool. Overpass, great. Dust 2 as well. Everything else still up in the air, and so is Mir, boosted up, finally finds his 0th kill. And now Spirit just want to walk out Monster as a unit.
Yeah, just globs, so really, you know, should be a bit of a mow down. And I love it when a plan comes together. 4-3, Heroic are up in the lead, Hugo. Now we've got this reinvestment for Team Spirit. You know, even though we had an early AWP in play for Dexter, not really a name we've had to sail too much. You know, we stole Cadian's in the second round, bought up his own when he lost it, when the rifles came out. So he's had 2 AWPs. Haven't really had to mention him yet. I think he's going to prove to be an integral piece of the puzzle. It's something we say about this guy a lot. The reason I'm bringing it up is it's notable. Doesn't have one here. Money was not well established for Team Spirit.
Fast short take, or at least it looked like that was going to be the case. Finally, they move out after the smoke and flash pops. The span from Stown does nothing. Tessus has taken a lot of real estate in this round. This allows a B stack. Oh my goodness, Heroic again with a read. Again, with everyone in the right place, and Tessus, he doesn't even need to activate. Like 4 players alone on B is enough to stop any kind of commitment here, and Tessus is just the cherry on top. And he's not even activating. This is great from Tessus. I mean, you know, again, like, you look at the map, he could activate. No one's holding it. But Tessus doesn't know that. And it's better to delay your activation on the flank than risk up a pick and let Team Spirit out of B. You know you've got them 5B now, and Spirit are going to commit. Now all Tess says, activate. Shush has been spotted, stalling them out to buy time for the flank. Cadian finds first blood, and Shush has a little gap in the smoke to take down a second man. Team Spirit are trapped in the tunnel right now. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and as every second passes, the chances diminish. Dexter alone, no AWP either. Tessus his flank, while it provided all the information in the world. Don't think the kills are going to come through. Dexter gets 1, they save the AWP, they save the AKs, and Heroic are rich right now.
Yeah, this is a brilliant return to form from Heroic, right? I was very, very worried with the fashion in which these first 3 rounds went on the board for Spirit, that we could have seen Spirit like running away on the back of the early momentum. Instead, the responses have been immediate from Heroic, and they're still managing to be shockingly clean, Hugo. I think you're already in such a good spot to start to run away with this first half. Like, Team Spirit are going to be hard-pressed to get back into this. It's going to feel like a real grind. Cadian, this is the combat AWP he wanted. He will get teched out, and now that the hands of some Young, Tess says, wrestling with control of this AK, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Finally, the response is in for Mir from this stolen AWP, but it ends after 1. Heroic up onto 6, 3 players staying alive. You know, they break even there.
Yeah, Tess says he's looking really good. Like, yeah, okay. Bit of a sloppy spray, but the results speak for themselves. He does stop that AWP from peeking out again. Even though he goes back into it, you know, that's just confidence right there. That just shows the mindset of Heroic right now. You know you're peeking at AWP. But Tess says, that's fine. He wanted more. He wanted them all, but that will do. And yeah, like, again, we go back to this second round AWP that got flipped and given to Spirit. And that gives them more credit to Heroic. The fact they're in this position right now, despite all that went wrong in round 2. And now you couldn't even tell. 6-3 up. 5 rounds in a row. Another explosive B play, this one with a bit more pace.
Yeah, flashes go over and the contact is immediate. Young is already in, but oh no, shot in the back. Ooh, refresh on a tear, and still Shush is sat here in the monster tunnel like, yeah, try and come through the smoke, Dexter. Try and come through it, I dare you. Dexter's having to wait. The Molly's gonna push him forward. Oh, taps out Shush. Refresh is caught with the smoke out. Flash is good. That's going to get Refresh out of dodge, out of danger. It's not over just yet. You know, with Shush falling, now a 1v2 and a chance to reconvene. He's going to look for Cadian. Cadian doesn't miss them.
You'll notice that molly, right, thrown by Shush in Monster. That happens in Monster a lot, and sometimes it's actually good, but in that case it lets him down. Where the molly hits the wall of the tunnel and it like does this double bounce and it like flies really far deep. Sometimes that's fine, right? You get a deep molly, no problem. But Dexter, the issue with that is because the molly is in the air for so long, not just out the hand into the ground immediately. Dexter gets the decision like, oh, I have a molly coming. I can either respect the molly or I have the timing to push through and take maybe 1 tick of damage. Like in terms of damage, it's nothing. So yeah. Dexter, that's a perfect play to move through. But yeah, the molly bouncing certainly lets Shush down there. Regardless, lovely B hold from Shush and the gang.
Look at, and look,
yeah.
We were talking about the money. Look at these heroic stonks, mate.
Yeah.
They're
Through
soaring.
the
Yeah, dude. And look, man, Team Spirit never even given a chance to build anything up.
Yeah, these have been really one-sided rounds once Spirit have, decided on a commitment, and almost every single time Heroic have had the right reads, the right stacks, the flanks from Tesses, the heavy A setups. That 4K on long for Tesses. Oh my god, insult to injury. Through the smoke, no chance. Sunday moved for the round without a thing to say. Spirit are just trying to get out B water right now, but they're going to be met there by Refresh. Door off, and oh no, they didn't realize Chopper almost got shot in the back. Refresh will cut his losses and get out with the 5-on-4. No point digging the hole.
Exactly, right? And pretty. Oh, he's going back in. Jeez, man.
They'll dig their graves.
Yeah, he's like, nah, you know what? Actually, I've thought about it, and no, I do want to fight that. Like,
very close.
I can't believe it. The double dip. Dexter holding for a re-swing. Shush is low. Like, one shot will do it from Dexter. I like how Tesses is being very proactive. Like, even though you're at a 4-on-3, the low HP on Shush means that, one misread, one misrotation, and this round can fall apart. Tesses is preventing a lot of that from this mid control.
Yeah.
He's allowing a triple B stack for Heroic. And so, as Team Spirit look to gravitate towards this side of the map, they're moving into a 3-on-3. Great situation for Heroic. Hopefully it's enough for them to safely get this round over the line. Shush is over here at barrels. He is low, as mentioned, but he's still doing damage and just refusing to go down.
Wow.
But it may be a miscom there. Dexter's surprised by the barrels player. They can't find Cade. He's still down in water. Missed shot has given Chopper a chance. But he's so low. Ooh, down to the 1v1. Tesses with this long wrap all the way through mid to Monster.
Oh, no time. Oh, he's got it. Fake.
Oh, he faked it. Thinking a swing would come, and it does. But not from where Chopper was looking.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, Spirit need to go A. They just need to go A. Even if they want to end B, they need to get Tesses out of middle. They might cotton on now after that flank from Tesses. Good awareness from Chopper, just the wrong position on that read. But it's Tesses that has been making these B stacks happen, right? That's 2 rounds now. One on the party flank there, or the playground flank. There he sits party, and he's swiveling, right? While that B stuff is going on, he's checking con, he's checking mid, he's checking con, he's checking mid. And he knows Spirit, again, stack down B. So if you keep, fast B rushes on an eco is fine, but if you keep going B on these gun rounds,
oh my God,
you're going to have a bad time.
Refresh is fully blind for the majority of them. Gnarly, and his nade goes in. Look at Tesses. Oh,
yeah, now
Dexter
they know.
was
Now they know
at
what's
Tesses.
up. Okay.
Yeah.
They need to get rid of him.
This
in the
is
next
like the
round.
realization now. They're like, okay, look, we thought he was doing this. Now we know. Now we know that Tess has been taking some liberties over in middle. And suddenly it's making a lot more sense as to why it feels like you're walking into these stacks every damn round.
I was going to say, because on the first time they walked into that 4-man B hold, they never saw Tesses on the flank. Like, Heroic kept, I think, 4 alive. Only Cadian died. And Spirit probably going, why the hell are they 4B with no info? Like, we've made no noise outside B. They never saw that. Well, this time they do, and they try and walk out Monster. It doesn't go well, or fight their way through at least. Dexter in another clutch, trying to smoke the bomb out of there, but I wouldn't want to walk into the firing line.
Dexter's trying to like milk this for anything else he can get, but 9 health. Like, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that the odds of him winning this are pretty damn low, and there's down to seal the deal. So 9-3. If you remember, this was a 3-1 start for Team Spirit, right? That they won that force buy in the second round. They get the conversions on the back of it. Since the rifles have come out for Heroic, they've not lost a thing.
Yeah. you know, it's not just individuals. There are a lot of great calls and great moves in the map for Heroic right now, but it feels like, you know, in that BNB game, the opener one, you know, after the game, it felt like we were looking at it and going, well, what actually went wrong for BNB? You know, it was Mirage running a lot of standard rounds, but it felt like Heroic were just outclassing them individually, like just so good individually that no one could win fights. There were like 3 opening kills in that map for BNB as well. Well, this feels like the same. Yes, okay, there's that sprinkle on of the fact that we have these flanks, we have these stacks and reads for Heroic, but in the gunfights, in the head-to-heads, man, we're getting multi-kills out of Refresh, out of Stown, out of Tesses, and we've not even had to see Cadian's ult pop off too much yet. Maybe now's the chance. Spirit once again barrel their way out B. They're already being flanked through the T-spawn.
Yeah. You know, Mir's going to get the opener here, though, and it's a bit more of a respectful setup in B that's actually giving Team Spirit a lot of room here. Maybe they can find something. There is this flank coming through. It's no longer Tesses. It's pulling the trigger on the flank. It's Refresh now. Oh, my lord. Lots of players coming to flush him out and deal with him. F5 for Refresh, and Dexter up in the site will get eliminated. Chopper holding on, doesn't let them back in yet. He's good for the double.
Wow.
Oh, takes them all out of contention. And Team Spirit, they finally break this 8-round streak that Heroic were on, putting up their first right before the end of the half. I mean,
yeah. No, I get where you. I would get where you were going with that. Yeah, the previous 3 rounds were off the back of winning that 4 spy and then, you know, dealing with an anti-eco and then another pistol round. Like, yeah, this is you know, the first really full buy for Spirit that they've won.
If I'm being honest, though, I really think Team Spirit, and this is something you were saying, Hugo, that they need to be cognizant of these mid flanks.
Yeah, well,
it still comes in there, and like really. Heroic, they knew that was going to be the B play. They have a 4-man stack down towards B. They have the flank coming in fast. If anything, I think they were too respectful of Team Spirit in that situation there.
And on top of that, you know, the funniest part is, like, in some of these rounds, Spirit are walking into 4-man B stacks and making it like 2-on-2s, 1-on-1s. Like, think about that Chopper Tessa's 1-on-1 where he fakes the bomb with 4 seconds. Like, there are a lot of very close rounds. Spirit, if they, you know, just did the defaulting early and took some more A space and, you know, even if they don't get the kill on Heroic and kill Tessus getting aggressive, push him back to the bomb site on A, make him safe rotate, and then drop back down into a late B. You know Sundai Young can perfectly lurk outside this site and just keep pressure up. So this is more like it.
Yeah,
this is a good default. Heroic now have to play a double A setup. In fact, they're even pulling the AWP up as well. So they've fallen for this hook, line, and sinker. They think, finally, Spirit aren't going to go B again, surely. And yes, they are. They've done their defaulting, they've done their homework, and now they need to ace it on the test.
Yeah, but the test always, no matter how much research you've done, you never feel prepared for the test. I don't know if that's just me.
No, exam conditions, man.
Yeah, there's something about it. There's something about it. And so here we go. Flash is going in. Heroic. Trade 1-for-1 to open this. Refresh is getting pressure, but he's not crumbling. Oh, Mir will trade that out. Cadian now, lots of pressure on this AWP. It's the only guy actually in the B site, and so he's going to double down on that. He gets deep, he commits to trying to hold this line. Dexter might have heard him, but Cadian's the guy hitting shots. Mir still at short, and with the swing, Mir is lined up too. There was Stown also caught in that spray, and so Chopper's going to finish it off. The defaulting works wonders, Team Spirit. That's more like it, baby.
Perfect round out of Spirit. That's all we ever wanted, right? Just to, you know, it did, again, we said this, it took them time to realize exactly what was going on that A site and how aggressive Tessus and Refresh have been in this game. But once they cotton on and they get out there, they force back passive setups, they get to throw one of their B executes. And clearly this was the game plan for today, to run these BXX, because they've just gone back to it round after round, win or loss, doesn't matter, they've tried it. And so what will Spirit do now in the last round and a half? World is their oyster. Heroic are broke. And so Spirit, take your time. Look at the stats. Look, there are 4 guys on B, and there's 1 dude in connector. It's not like Heroic are even, you know, flanking this time. They're just gambling. They're going, yeah, man, they've gone B every round. Let's just stack B, guys. Why not? And hell, it could work. And it probably will work.
I'm kind of nervous about the... actually, no, I don't have to be nervous. Never mind. Oh, sorry, they had 2 players over by the boost, and you know, we know what those nades can do to the boost, but thankfully, no nades on Team Spirit.
If Cadian dies, that's when the problems begin.
Oh, they flash the boost in, and it nets them a kill. Now, Cadian will fall in connector, and Hugo, you said this is where the problems can start. Reason is, with con control, now you've got to be paranoid about a potential A rotation. And even the paranoia of that is enough, right? You can no longer keep this 4-man stack down on B. They've had to send Tesses up towards A, and so this B site is that much weaker as a result.
Is out and everyone's locked back in the pit. The Eagles can be definitely up close. So that smoke, Chopper's going to try and jump over, look towards the barrels. He's found Refresh. He's on the entries today, is Chopper. Not a quiet one from him. Double kill, one more man left in the pits. But in terms of winning the round at this point for Heroic, it seems undoable. Spam won't work either. It's just Tesses. He's going to get up against Astralis. Well, against these Danes, he's up for the job. But are the rest of Spirit? Let's find out.
Yeah, it was very, very B-focused, right? It's been a real story of birds and bees, and guys like Refresh, they've been the one smushing the most meat together in that sense, right? He's top of the board right now. Bit of a grim analogy, but hey, it all works. Shush with the opener in this T-side pistol. And look at Heroic, right? They've got long. Shush just saw, oh sorry, Samdai Young just saw a lot of bodies here, including the bomb. And so Team Spirit is scrambling these rotates, thinking they're about to be dealt a fast, long pistol round. This actually might be a bit of a classic. If any of you, were big into Pug and Overpass, really in like 2019, 2020, it was the golden strat of going long to toilet, to con, to B. This could be a look in at that. Right now, Heroic are just waiting.
Weird.
They're holding, waiting to see if Team Spirit reaggress, and they do. Yoink. Heroic have been rewarded handsomely for this patience. This is just a great understanding of, once again, what the usual protocols are when this situation happens.
Yeah, I mean, also, how often do you do something like that and just 3 kills come to you? Like, the re-aggro up on toilet is short.
So that's what I was about to say, right? This is like the understanding of the protocols. Like, you know that when you see that many players long, you're going to freak out. You're going to probably over-rotate guys up towards A. And then when you're not getting pushed, well, what comes next? You can't just keep that heavy A stack. You need to get something out of it. And so oftentimes, you at least try to get the information, try to build an understanding of where Heroic are. And so it's in that patience, it's in the waiting that Heroic seal the deal. They're holding for that exact response from Team Spirit, and they win the pistol again. Can they get the conversion this time, though, Hugo? That's the big question.
Big question indeed. The jump shots from Mir. He gets executed by Refresh, but hell, you'll take it. It's not quite the normal boost, but you can't argue with the results. Jumping MP9 time, baby. 3-on-3. Now some trades have gone through for Heroic, but Spirit has still kept this one under wraps for now. The question is, at this point in the mid-round, where do you gamble? Where do you stack? With Chopper holding water, you lean towards A. But unfortunately, the one play that counters this exact setup is the Monster Walk. And Magix is already considering it. He's going to drop down into the water. No, he's spotting. Oh, God, he hasn't seen them. Timing eludes him. Chopper does kill the Lurker in Shush, in Connector, and they know about water now. They've got to get rid of Magix first. Man in the front line. Refresh hunting it down, and he's going to get it with Tesses helping out. 2-on-2 now. The flank through Monster and Dexter on the scout.
Yeah. Oh, the smoke. It's going to bloom. Going to lock him out of heaven. Chopper with this wrap through Monster. And right now, they don't seem to be considering it. Tesses will at the last second. Check that. Dexter close on the spam. Refresh up close, and Tesses dies, but Refresh trades to a victory.
What's so poetic about that round is it's Tesses tapping the bomb and then killing Chopper on the Monster flank. The exact inverse players who couldn't, or Chopper couldn't win that clutch after he faked the bomb. It was a different situation. It was a one-on-one, but it was essentially the same thing. Except this time Tesses makes the right read.
Role reversal, right?
Same players, same position, except Heroic get it done. And hell, Harry, that was a scary anti-force by round, but this time, Heroic lock it in. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's always weird when you get rounds that close, because there is like that tiny part of you in the back of your mind that goes like, oh, do we force again? But no, I mean, they play it safe on
not
Team
on
Spirit
CT Overpass.
side.
You just need those orbs, you need those guns.
Right?
You're relying on Dexter.
We speak about like the importance of having those AWPs, the importance of having utility so that you can stop rushes.
And those kind of buys, definitely you can do them on the CT side, but they're far more apparent when, T's because CT Money is worse, right? T's, you know, again, kill 4 on a force buy and plant. It's like, well, actually, if we do the maths, we actually have more money than them. Like, it would be silly not to buy here. Whereas here, it's like, yeah, it's tempting, but we don't want to throw this away.
This is a fun round.
Yeah. Well,
have you ever played like the multiplayer version of Snake on like your? You remember that? That's what this is like.
Bit of a, what, Agario?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's actually a good comparison. And
are they going to go down to B? Surely not. Surely they just plant on the site they've got.
Nah, mate, go B. Come on, KD. You mad lad.
Nah, refresh is don't want to give them the gun. Oh, dear, nice trade.
Gave him the gun, Hugo.
Nice trade, though. Like, CZ deletion. And you just saved that AK here. Give them the round. You know you've lost it. You're out of position. Unlucky for Spirit, but 50-50. They either go B or they go A. And Heroic flip the coin and come out on top. Ahead, even, is what I should have said. And for Spirit, tails between their legs as they run away with the rifle.
That's the last time these two squads played, back at Cologne, right? And we had Overpass as the opener there as well.
How'd it go?
It was Heroic picking it up, and once again, it was Team Spirit's map pick, and it ended at 16-13, so it was pretty competitive, pretty close. Then it was when we went to Heroic's map pick back then of Nuke, and Spirit were able to turn it around. I almost wonder if that's kind of the idea behind the vetoes being different this time, right? Is to hopefully set you up for that 2-0 victory on the Heroic side if you're able to repeat your success on Team Spirit's Overpass.
And right now that looks pretty solid at the moment. We'll see what the gun round is, but just to finish off that point, Harry, Inferno, we've already talked about yesterday how poor Spirit are on that map as of late, the awful win percentage, the fact that they've been getting destroyed by lower tier CIS teams. Yeah, sure, we know that region's competitive, but that's still a bit of an embarrassment for Spirit, and that's a worry. It's a worry. I don't want to see Spirit struggle, but if they can't even get rounds on their map pick, Inferno will be no prettier. Here is their best bet. A full rifle round, Dexter on the AWP, the AK saved over, they've got to make it work.
Oh, Chopper is very cognizant of this boost potential. He's holding for it. Sistown might not be in for the best of times when he tries to stand up.
Oh, this is the VP molly. This is so smart. He throws it. It's going to force the monster player out of position, letting him get a kill for the boost, but the push up. And they know about the boost, surely. Oh my goodness, they fall in. Mir still gets 2 somehow, some way. It's not gone the way Heroic wanted. Caught by surprise, and now they're going to set Cadian up into the B site.
Yeah, but look, Cadian's free to be a wild child with this MAC-10. He just runs down Chopper, and Stown trades the Dexter kill. Some die young, now left in this 1v1. This was looking like a Team Spirit round. They re-aggressed perfectly at short. The individuals of Stown and Cadian are the reason this is as competitive as it is right now. Bomb plant for Stown. He's got 3 to his name already. He's heard the footsteps. He's seen the shadow, but it's him sent to the shadow realm by some die young.
The saddest part about that is Stown was like holding the flank. He was holding connected there, but in a 1v1 when the bombers lose, like he doesn't know if he's being flanked through Connie. He seems to read it, everything about that round, showing Stown knew what was going on, but he just had to eventually go back for that bomb. If he holds a few more seconds, maybe just kills some Dayoung in the connector and it's a done deal, but instead the bomb plant, the flank that gets heard as well. Stown knew he was coming, but could not finish the frag. And hey, it's not safe, it's not easy for Spirit, but it is a round. And it could be the start of something here on the CT side. That being said, it's going to be met with some serious resistance. Spirit lose 4 out of 5 players while this AWP is saved. It's an MP9 and not much utility on Dexter either. No utility. Heroic aren't feeling too deterred after that one. But this is a must-win, or suddenly you're on eco. And Spirit are calling a comeback. Refresh has had an excellent game as well. Very important, very impactful on the CT side. Very slow default for Heroic as well, but one where they will go back and lead B. Question is, what kind of problems can Tesses cause on his own up on A? Similar to the CT side, he sat here many around. And he's used most of his util already, so in terms of faking, there's not much he can do, but at least Spirit are just playing a standard setup in this round.
Tesses is good at being like a little ghoul, man. He'll appear and then he'll be gone again as fast as he's cropped up. Right now, he's still just holding party, and I'm imagining he's hoping at some point he could catch like a player getting aggressive in the toilets, maybe trying to wrap con.
Oh,
You're
perfect.
really hinging on the B play working though, right? For you to get value out of this position. He is also holding like a potential rotate back up to A, but with so little time left, you don't really have the option to consider that now. Tesses is starting to get activated, but the B play's got to come in. You know, he's not going to draw any rotations out of Team Spirit here. Heroic are committing into this site, and this all just feels a little disjointed. They're going to go back up con to rejoin Tesses late. He's heard the footsteps. He knows the site's clear, so this was the reason he was sat back in middle. It was for this late rotation. Okay, Heroic, now I'm starting to buy into the program, but are they going to be able to make it work? They've lost 2. It's all on Shush in a 1v4.
Yeah, no util, so it's all about the gunfights here. Can Shush win a couple? Grabs and kills, no. Magics won't let it happen. Too many targets, not enough time. Spirit going to get that defuse and a nice clean round. After that very sweaty 1v1, they finally went out and it cost them everything they've got to rebuy. It's very nice to see Spirit take a convincing round. They're locking them out of B. The flash reboost as well on water. And even though, yeah, okay, they panic a little bit on that rotate, they think it's a commitment of 10 seconds. Can you blame them? The lurk is nice from Tesses, but all it does is provide a bomb plant for Heroic, nothing more. Just trying to patch up that round, really. Now they're down to pistols, and now Spirit start to pick up steam.
Yeah, just a low buy here for Heroic, right? Couple of pistols, bit of armor. And another slow set round towards B. They just wait, right? You know this monster smoke is going to keep getting replenished, and so it's just kind of a waiting game for these smokes to fade.
They've got a heaven smoke lined up.
Yeah, that's going to get thrown in by Cadian, and he's also got a flash to try and get his teammates into the site. You've got 3 nades, so it seemed like there was a plan to do a nade stack here. It's going to be on barrels, but no one there for Team Spirit. They'll run the monster players down, and oh no, Magics and Mir are both P250'd out of the round by Tesses.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to get aggressive with these pistols, and even though that kill goes the way of Team Spirit, the dink on Chopper is still big. It's going to bring him down low. He's that much less impactful now in this retake, potentially. Guns retrieved, and Heroic, they're looking to fight. They're not playing around denying a defuse. They want a chance at the kills. Thus far, it's 2 dinks, but neither of them killing blows. Both these players are low. Refresh, waiting. The trigger discipline might have just saved the round for Heroic, because now it's the low HP Dexter left to find. Refresh, 1 shot's all he needs, and he baits the AWP shot out, locking in the round for Heroic. They do it with pistols. Brilliant stuff for Tesses to capitalize on the opener. And man, like that's gnarly. That should not have gone their way.
Yeah.
They're very happy to get away with a round like that. And think about what that's done for the future now at Team Spirit. They're down in the dumps, Hugo.
Yeah, maybe not much future left up, right? Oh, that's Danish CS for you. What a punish play. With the pistols as well. And Spirit tried their best. After the dinks come through, you know, we have, I think it was Chopper, low HP, obviously Dexter as well. Chopper jumps out to try and, you know, set somebody up for the kills. He just knows he's going to be killed the second he peaks, so he at least sets some crosshairs off. Allows Stan to be traded, but Refresh winning out the 1v2, delayed kill. If he takes it straight away, maybe Dexter just swings heaven and trades, but Refresh stalled that shot so long that Dexter actually rotated out of heaven, and then the kill comes in, and so Dexter can't trade, and the time lets him down. Just those 2 seconds of stalling the shot for Refresh make all the damn difference. 13-8. Spirit just putting in what they got. It's not a lot. 4M4, sorry, and an MP9, but not a single Molotov, and already pretty much all their util dispersed in the opening seconds, and hell, maybe for good reason. Walking through the monster smoke, Refresh has had enough. Disrespect play, but Chopper denies it, and he had to. That would have been the beginning of the end there for Spirit if Refresh walks out the B utility and closes the round. It's not the end of the world. I admire the play. Can Heroic put a knot on it without Refresh? Oh my god, Sundae Young could catch the bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty gross, but I don't think he's going to go up the ladder. He's at least getting the info, right? And he's going, right, boys, they're leaving B. They're leaving B right now. And so he's called for a rotation up towards this A bomb site. Chopper is now moving up. Sam Young still waiting in con, and that's because he can get a lot of value out of this position.
I don't know why they have a double B setup. They still have players on B. I don't know why. Sam Young's still in con to cut off any kind of late rotate back down. Like, they should be running up. Tessa's got so much space, and Team Spirit have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I thought more players were going to come up with Chopper. As you said, I was about to say, Sam Young can get a lot of utility out of his position because he can deny those B rotations, right? It's a bit of a head scratcher, and now it's left you in a really bad way. Tess says has manhandled this round out of Team Spirit. It's a 3-on-3. Sam Young is low on this wrap round. 2 players for Heroic trying to play around the bomb, and Tess says we're still fighting in the site. He dies without a kill going his way, but he's done a lot of damage. And Katie and Astound, they were always destined to win this round. They were meant to play around the bomb, back in toilet, and it's worked wonders for Heroic. 14 on the board. But it was a bit of a head scratcher there for Spirit.
Let's talk about that. Okay, sure, Sam Young only hears one man rotating up, but the key about that information that he gains is information Heroic don't know they're giving away. The fact that players running that rotate there should be enough to at least, there's 3 players on B and only 1 rotates up. You should at least be moving 2 up there in any kind of position. And yeah, okay, Tessa's certainly deeper than they're ready for, right? He catches that long play. That's unaccountable. There's not much you can do about that. But the rest of Spirit, so late to that call, when Sam Young, it's not like he was flanking and there was an opportunity where they could go down connector. No, he had that position on lock. That needed to be an A stack for Spirit. They had to gamble, and now without it, the chips are down, and Heroic poker face as they look to close this first map, their opponent's pick of Overpass. I think the nerves are getting to Spirit. I can't blame them. Very punishing game out of Heroic right now. And a B rush to set them up for the closer. Everyone's here.
Yeah, it's a full 5v5 in the B bomb site, but only pistols for Team Spirit, so they're like lambs to the slaughter. Heroic, they are the Shepherds, and now they're up onto 15.
Did the Shepherds kill the lambs? I thought it was the Wolves. Wouldn't be very good Shepherds.
In real life, I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know.
Maybe eventually. You got to get some wool first. You don't just...
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not in on the trade, right?
Yeah, like, but,
whoever does the killing of the lambs, the silencing of the lambs, wolves, I guess, do it. Foxes, probably. Foxes are pretty nasty to animals. More so like chickens, but how many foxes to bring down a sheep? I don't know.
Yeah, what's the fox to sheep ratio? Let us know.
Look at Refresh, mate. He is a fox in sheep's clothing here, out into mid. Very, very fast, flashed in for a short fight, and it's just the pace, man. The confidence on Heroic is off the charts. It feels like everything they're doing, they're winning. And so, guys like Refresh, who is sitting top of the board, he's feeling very content in his ability to take these opening duels.
Have we not really even seen toilet fights in this game yet, right? Like the 1 round Spirit went A in that T side was that long take. You remember how that went? 4K Modown. Oh, there it is. Refresh gets involved. Cadian steals his first, but he will quickly answer the call. Molly comes down. That's not going to do much to stop Refresh. He can just jump up if he pleases. Double A setup at least, but it's all Spirit have to play with. Smokes are good. Down, trying to find that truck player. They know there could be someone behind it. Trapped between a Molly and a smoke. Second player swings out wide. Nice kill for Mir. Magix follows up out of nowhere. Chopper's still alive, still undetected. Heroic scared out of A, are going to drop back down lower. Heaven Smoke keeps Spirit contained. They can try and use their util, but Shush is crafting a path. He is going in deep.
Yo, yeah, he is. He's deep, all right. Take a look at this. Whomp, there's another. Double up. And the bomb's going A.
Oh, well, that's when you write GG in chat. You leave the server.
Cadian's such a menace.
JK.
He's such a rodent-y player, and there's something about it that you just got to love.
I believe in Magic Supremacy, though.
Magic Supremacy, all right, let's see. Let's see. He's sneaking up. Yeah, there is a player deep in CT already who he doesn't know about. Tessa's going to blindside him, and there it is. Heroic stealing away Team Spirit's map pick, and they do it dominantly as well. Never even much of a chance for the Spirit boys. They are going to be very hard-pressed to come up with answers on the second